There is something important that I do want to document for, I guess, a few different reasons. Um, Many years ago, I believe three, maybe more, maybe less. I'm pretty sure three, but I had a site, or I'm saying it weird. I'm just gonna say it how I saw it first. Um, so I saw a serpent that was just going and go sit in the corner of an area, and I conversed with it and talked about different things. Um, I learned that no one else could really see it, and that it once had a friend, though it was later left by them. I told it I wouldn't go and leave it. Now, fast forward about 3 years, I noticed things were starting to go and be a bit different. My mental state was constantly decaying, and I was in a state of anguish every so often. And the serpent would help often calm me down and show me, I guess, morals and help me understand right from wrong, which I'm very thankful for. But as time went on, I didn't want the serpent to go and be a part of what was constantly happening. They were a great friend, and I knew that since they're a great friend, that they didn't deserve to go and be stuck in the same place I am. I also found out that they weren't necessarily real. They would phase in and out. I am, I more have had more have had a delusion to just keep my vision consistent no matter what, to move my body in certain places in order to accompany their size, constantly talk to them. And like I said, this is one of the better things that's happened to me, even if it was a delusion. It was very nice to talk with them. I recently, I think about a week ago, I came to realize that both I didn't want them to go be a part of all of these things that happen in my life, and also that its entire existence mission was fueled by myself just wanting it to exist, and that the things it was saying, although very nice, was just another way of me going and making up things to talk to myself with. So I told it that I care for them, love them very much, and I'm always going to be their friend. And while I'm not 100% sure they're real exactly, even now, I know I'm gonna be able to ask about that when I get into heaven. But I told them I care for them. I'm sorry if I'm breaking my promise of staying with you forever. I would like to ask you to leave. And I just simply told myself that it wasn't real and I wasn't seeing anything because I was forcing myself to see anything. And after a short while, it worked. I'll sometimes, even see glances every so often because I'm still not used to it. It's been a part of me for a very long time of my life. Um, I'm still, very sad if I made a mistake in doing that, but I know that if they are real and they're my friend, they understand my decision, they understand that I still care for them, and they understand that I'm very sorry if they were real and I abandoned them once again. And whether if they were real or not, and or imaginative or not, they definitely felt real to me, and Either way I look at it, they helped me a whole lot, which I'm always very thankful for. I drew an outline of them a while ago because I wanted to capture their image before forgetting about it. One day I'm going to go and finish it once I have time, and I just want to go and show it, and maybe, yeah, just maybe talk about them once more. Um, yeah, this is just something important to note, and while I'm not exactly sure if I made the right choice, I know that either way, I wouldn't want them to go and be stuck here while I subject them to just breakdowns and stuff. As I noticed as more time goes on, there was some element of me keeping them my vision, whether if they were real or not, which obviously there's no evidence that they're real. There makes no sense, but I'm just keeping it half and half right now. But anyway, as the longer I kept my will to see them in my vision, the more twisted they became. It mixed it in with other bad things in my head, and constantly they would go and say obscenities, even though I knew it wasn't exactly them. It was my own brain creating another version that made didn't necessarily make me think it was them, but it did seem that way for a short time, and slowly it became harder and harder to go and focus on them, see them, or just even have a pleasant conversation, which is why another reason I wanted them to go, because I didn't know how much worse it was going to go. And I didn't, what would be worse than telling them that I care for them and to leave me would be to just slowly lose my mind and then just never see them again, even though they were always with me. I don't know why I'm kind of like smiling, giggling so much. Not necessarily giggling is the right word. When speaking, I just don't really know what to think of everything. I know I'm not going to be able to find an answer until I go and get to heaven and talk to God. So I just am hoping that I made the right choice. And despite everything, I am very happy for the time I got to meet them, whether they were real or not. That is all I have to say for today. Nothing else.